crazy team fighting ults and a Poppy that's really trying to shut down what KCB are doing. And KCB, we can all see what they're trying to do.
It's very go in,
run in face first and pray.
Too much like a mech. This is what
I just
folks,
feel like
we gotta draw the line.
I just feel like the model looks too detailed. It's like they can do that. You know what I mean? Like the model doesn't look like a leech made Orianna.
No, but who's the never mind. We'll get into it later. Regardless, whoever made Orianna.
Yukino is looking to move over.
I mean, Prime's going back for round 2. The last time we saw this 1v1, Prime won. Razork gets out. Lands initially. Taunt onto Razork. Yukino there. Vladdy able to land the shockwave, but it's not a lot of damage. Down goes Razork. Last one coming over the wall. Upset though, ready to start kicking off in the fight instead. Just going to dash away. Realizes how quickly this could turn on him.
And KCB are just first on the objective. They don't have, like Fnatic doesn't have the damage to actually retaliate whatsoever. Upset tries to go in for the fight, but Razork ends up falling, doesn't even have time to use the flash. And that's now a Drake going over to KCB as Prime. Oh, maybe he's in trouble.
Body block. Manages to flash just in time when Lospa tries to punt him back, so we'll be able to escape, but loses out on the sum.
Yeah, it gets a little bit too greedy there for the vision.
Observers are baiting.
Yeah.
See a crusty tower sometimes, you just walk up and hit it, and then you die.
I was going for it.
Cool. Tao
gets it for free.
I mean, Q3's there. He could just go all in on Emperos.
He might just kill him.
He's still going to go all in on Emperos. A little bit risky, but gets the flash pretty effortlessly, and now gets to proxy the next wave while he has the empowered state. We got a fist fight on the bottom side. They try to get in to get the one shot, but it just doesn't work. The taunt is there as well. Hazel completely in touch. Nice knockup coming in from Razork. Ulti to follow up from the Galio. It looks cool, but it doesn't do any extra bonus damage, so KCB got to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, that Galio ulti, it looked... Ocean.
Ocean?
I think Ocean.
I'm going to go Infernal, just because I don't want it to be Chemtech.
Yeah, but now you jinxed it. It's going to be Chemtech. Ocean! Oh my god!
Want to be able to survive, you want to just be able to lane comfortably. But it does mean you just, yeah, you're right, you just don't have that much damage. Of course, if you stack all your cooldowns on a single target, maybe you can get something done, as Razork is going to knock Prime away. Quick interrupt coming in with the Steadfast Presence, as Tao may now be in trouble. Willow waiting off to the side with the taunt to get things going. Emperos is here as well. Tao now opting to go all out, but he's so low, it's going to cost him his life. Dash back to safety. Heal comes in from Prime for an extra second. Another Pathmaker to get Tao away, but Upset going to finish the kill. Prime getting taken down as well, and it's all falling apart for KCB.
And Fnatic just decide to pull the trigger and get all the right pieces in the right places as they're able to pick up 2 kills. KCB did luckily get the Herald. The Ocean Drake that's already spawning now, so Hazel won't have any time to recall. I would advise KCB to not contest this dragon, as Prime might be in trouble here. Upset dashing forward
there
with the
from Upset. Galio coming in as well. Pantheon now coming in as well. Multi-man taunt, but the immediate knockback of Yukino is big. Force the flash out from Hazel. Tao trying to get into the backside, running across the Rumble Equalizer as Lospa finds the knockup to stop any further play. Only one member down so far, and it's on the side of Fnatic.
Okay, KCB, I wasn't familiar with your game. That was nice. They got a great engage. Hazel crucially flashed the Orianna ulti. That's a free dragon for KCB. And they just killed the Yunara that we were hyping up so much. And they get the mid-tower Herald too.
The tower finally going to fall. Tao dashing in to get that auto, getting the extra money as well.
Months right now, and Emperos just has to drop this bot tower. So more gold going in favor for KCB. As Lospa wants to desperately try to get this big ward.
Focus for now on just clearing the vision.
Camilo emoted on him.
Yeah, he did.
Do you think he felt that?
I don't know.
Want to give some pressure to Vladdy. I think, as we talked about earlier, right, with the side lanes, just like, ooh, KCB making a play on bot lane, and Emperos has flash.
Flash forward from Yukino, follow up there from the Pathmaker, Equalizer down, but it doesn't look like it's going to be nearly enough. Tao grabbing the kill on the side lane, the play that we were waiting to see with these semi-globals.
Yeah, there's no flashing out of that one. Emperos ends up falling. A great play from Yukino, invests his own flash as well to make sure that they get that kill.
Here, they got the bot wave forward. They want to use the TP to try and get a bit more control over mid wave. They're going to lose it anyway because Fnatic have just sent more members. But now, the potential full-on 5v5 we were waiting for. That said, Camilo needs to get that ulti in here. Razork looking for the perfect ulti angle. The stun going to come down, but Razork able to get his ulti off in the meantime. Tao still standing strong. Equalizer going down. Upset pops the ulti of his own and is ready to get the fight going. Lost, but interrupted on the way in, keeping things standing. Upset still free firing across the team, though. Hazel so damn low. There's just nothing KCB can do. Upset finally given the freedom he wants to tear through this team fight. Emperos has to be careful. Razork coming over the wall, wants to get one more for Upset. The Aegis Assault fades away, and down goes Yukino.
And Fnatic weathered the storm of the initial early game as Empiros wants to try to go for something more, but Hazel outplays him with the ultimate. But this is exactly the thing that we were worried about for KCB, is they run out of damage. They didn't get a good Galio ulti, they didn't get a great Nautilus engage, they didn't get Cassandra to really...
W.
But we'll see. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't want to be a negative Nancy, but...
It's fair. You don't like it. See if it works out for him and see obviously what the final itemization choice will be, although we're expecting Hurricane.
Like the Dusk and Dawn on Kai'Sa is pretty OP. I would have preferred that, but we'll see.
We'll keep note of your skepticism. Upset going for, you know, armor penetration now. You can see already hitting even before the ulti really comes into the fight. Puzzle is now the fight has once again broken out. Good equalizer across the top of the team. Camilo keeping everybody shelled up, but it's another two-man shockwave. Prime completely taken down. Fnatic finding one really before KCB can even remotely fire back, and now they're just slaughtering them.
And Fnatic are making it look easy. They're running them down. They're gonna get the Baron Nashor. Kai'Sa itemization be damned. He's not even gonna do a single auto attack as Fnatic pick up this Baron Nashor. This is what you can't do with this KCB comp. You can't just look at Fnatic because you need to have a decisive engage, because if you're just posturing like that, then it's Upset that can click forward. It's Vladdy that can get it. Once KCB doesn't find the initial engage, they ran out of steam. And the rest of them end up falling. Yukino's able to flash out, but that's 3 kills and a Nash. And you have to feel maybe KCB's playoffs hopes.
Yeah, obviously a really tough situation. Even if the interview we heard with Hazel earlier made it feel like they were resigned to that fate. Still a tough thing to manage, although Empiros in the side lane is in trouble. Should at least be able to grab this. The rest of Fnatic pushing up mid lane, though. He's just trying to buy as much time as he can for the rest of his team to crash those waves forward. And again, in that fight, credit to the supporting cast for making sure Upset could really do whatever he wanted. I think almost like 30 autos in that fight. Completely and totally uncontested. The dream of any 80 carry is now he also has the additional BF sword working towards IE.
Like 15 seconds, so I think like everything I said, it's going to be a Drake fight.
Fnatic may be just going to go for this tier 1 first, however. We'll see how much pressure they feel from KCB. We talked about it. Decisive engage from KCB. If you just walk at Fnatic, if you can't immediately jump onto a priority target, things will fall apart. And it's Fnatic who are getting things kicked off as Razork just zoning away Camilo. Both sides squaring up. Yukino waiting off to the side, looking for an ulti angle. Has not been marked yet. Ulti now coming in. This is their opportunity to start a fight. Hazel for now, free firing, able to auto attack, but he immediately gets knocked out of the fight by Razork. That's a disaster. Fnatic again, set up for success. Camilo landing the multi-man taunt, but he just has to flash away. Perfect ulti from Razork. Instantly stops the fight in its tracks. Tau nowhere left to go, hoping to use Razork as a taxi to escape this one. It's a disaster.
And KCB have ran out of steam. They're dead in the water, and so are their playoff dreams. Fnatic have them routed. They'll pick up the Dragon. They still have the Nashor for another 30 seconds. And with that, they'll pick up some extra towers on top of this and keep extending their gold lead to 7,000.
We've gone from a tiny bit of hope
Getting
to
1 kill and then running down the rest of KCB, and this Poppy and Yunara just feel so damn strong into this KCB compass. Now Yukino is caught. We'll see if he's able to get out with the help of Hazel. Some good damage on
does
Razork.
do good damage, but he just doesn't have the space to work. Upset hoping to catch him with a long-range slow, doesn't quite hit it. They get the ulti out of Upset at the very least, but with Yukino dead, I just don't think they have a way to get into that back line. Fnatic continuing the forward siege. Osmo on the front line, they get the ulti from the Alistar.
Yeah. Grasping at straws here, definitely. Trying to find some angle of positivity here for KCB, but it's just so damn difficult to try to win this game. 8,500 gold now. And Fnatic are playing it slow, they're playing it controlled. They're just pushing waves, getting towers.
IE is coming next. He's not interested in your AP.
Oh,
Bloodthirster is docked in. There's Hazel falling up with a bit more damage. Vladdy caught out. Upset, though, ready to keep the fight alive. And Lost Bow flashing over the wall, knocking Camilo back. Tau finally here, though. Camilo going to get taken down. Hazel able to free fire, but only onto Lost, but not the target he wants to see. Forced to flash away from the Alistar. The combo still connecting. Immediate flash in from Upset to get the double. Maybe looking to make it a triple. Are they just going to set him up for a penta? No, because Vladdy takes one of the kills as Empiros trying to take another.
Yukino run!
Sidestep, good. I mean, Yukino gets to live. That's respectable. But Fnatic, it looks like they're just going to end it here. They're simply too far ahead. The compositional advantage is theirs. The gold advantage is theirs.
Fnatic showed their experience today as KCB ends up falling. And with that, they are eliminated from LEC versus playoffs. And Fnatic take one more step in the right direction for securing their spot in the playoffs.
That they do. Hearts out to KCB. We'll still get to see them next week, of course, but playing to show what they've got is their playoff dreams.
He takes lane early game, so I'll definitely got my eye and attention here on Noah and Jun to try to punish this bot lane.
I mean, the big thing is if you get ahead as a Taric and you're able to ult proactively, like, what?
Yeah, now he bases.
Now he bases it, it's fine.
I mean, it's a way of fixing the wave. Invested so much into this bot side, and then Skeen still had to clear his own bot side camps, so he was not having any tempo to actually contest this grub, so not on the wave. But Isma, meanwhile, is just taking the Drake. It's already down for 1.5, but Skeen is here. 50-50.
He's on the way, maybe looking for that 50-50. Flashback over the wall from Isma. Neither jungler involved in the pit, but his leader going to ult right into the fight. Still, Skeen's marked up, and he's gone invulnerable. Leader might not be, but it doesn't matter because Jun's the only one on top of him. Flash out from Jun. Snap back from Leader, and SK turn their sights now to the Drake.
I thought SK were going a bit too deep there, but it ends up just being a free Drake for them as they're able to force Isma and Jun out and get both flashes burned with their ult right now. And with Vi and Yone having no ulti, SK probably have to drop it, but they really want to contest, and they're going to move in from the top side here.
Could be a risky choice. Yappa flanking Noah. In the meantime, it looks like Jackie's is going to get deleted. The exhaust is down. The Cosmic Radiance is coming down as well. And now SK immune to any potential fall, but Noah's in the midst of the fight, waiting for this cooldown to timeout. Skeen still standing for now. A little bit extra healing coming in. Yappa on the flank with Wonder arriving. Noah can't do much of anything. A bit of burst damage means he gets Yappa at least. Mickey trying to get some more in, but the sidestep on the stun from Lot is good. Keeps the fight going. Lot versus the world. It just doesn't matter. SK 3K up after that fight.
Oh my god, Mickey, that was disgusting. He starts.
That's exactly what we saw in the fight. Outside of Yopa, who Noah luckily was able to burst through, but that is a consolation prize at best, is now second Drake going over.
Really need to outplay SK, but they're the ones getting outplayed time and time again as Leader.
Ulti through, just hoping to find a solo kill, push back, but he's immediately going to snap away at Skeen's on the way down. Jun, I don't think you can stop this one, but he's going to try anyway. Mickey tanking the tower means they'll at least grab one. Jun retreating right as the cease and desist comes up. Mickey waiting for a bit more time on the stun. Will catch Jun in the meantime. Does drop to the tower, but it's 2 for 1 so far. 2 for 1 in favor of SK.
And Jun desperately wants to try to save his mid laner, but Leader is absolutely dominating this game with the help of
SK if you fall behind, is they've got a lot of veteran players with a ton of experience, especially in playing strong side lane comps. So while normally you could kind of bet that a team at 3 and 5 is just gonna throw in a 1-3-1 situation, like Wonder and Mickey have done this for so long across so many rosters that I just don't think it's likely to happen.
Oh, Wonder looking for a pick onto Lot here, but he just gets legs chopped off by the Rumble slow, so he's not able to actually get onto him whatsoever. Interesting enough, he went the Ionian boots. I was thinking maybe he target. Look, and if you go into Wonder or Mickix, well, they're so tanky that it just doesn't feel like the right play. Skins might have gone a little deep, but
definitely has, but Leader's hovering in. GX to be careful about overgrouping here. But again, this is them trying to force for this Drake. They want to play through the bottom lane, even while Wonder is pushing. Leader going to get a quick flash out, so flash traded for some ultis here from Jun. Leader, the knockup going to go through 1-3. That was a little bit psychotic. He just snaps back. And Wonder's still pushing mid.
I mean, he's pressuring them, and Wonder is going to get this mid tower now and just
nice sidestep on the stun. Mickey's in trouble, has to flash away. The Drake probably just a 50-50 now. This is really messy, but Wonder's now on the way. So many crucial ults are now missing.
GIANTX can't contest. That was the one opportunity that felt like GIANTX could have had. Ideally, the comeback plan for GIANTX would be make a pick happen on side, try to get a numbers advantage, but it's actually Skeens that is the one pressuring Jackie, so that might open up for Isma.
Cosmic Radiance forced, really long cooldown on that ulti. Jun now hoping to follow up, his leader's forced out. Mickey likely to die here. Good pick for GX.
That's a good pick, but can it be Baron Nashor? I don't think it can, so then it's not enough. Tier 2 for Wonder, and they go.
The bounty, though, will help balance things out a little bit, at the very least. Noah getting closer to completing a third item, 2.5 arm.
Maybe now we have a standoff. Yeah, a little standoff in mid here.
Some good poke. I mean, Jack's getting a lot of poke onto Yopa.
Yeah, but forced back. And SK get full control of this mid wave. I see
Knock on the Skeens. Does have the GA. Cosmic Radiance going down, but he's going to get resurrected. We'll come right back up. Jun going to start off with the ult. They're hoping to pick off Lot in the meantime. Wonder off on the side. Leader has finally arrived. But this is a damn good fight for GX. Leader trying to turn it back, some immediate damage.
Oh my God.
Jackie's with the two-man. Yappa running for his life. GX, are you kidding me? They found the angle.
Oh my God, GIANTX found the miracle. They get 4 kills and they get the dragon. They found what they were looking for. Skeen's caught out on his lonesome. They get the GA instantly. They're going on to Nash as well. This is a complete comeback for GIANTX here.
Deny the soul. Incredibly important. If they can secure the Baron as well, things feel so good. 10 seconds on Mickey, 14 seconds on Skeen. Surely they can burn it down. Yopa sticking around. No ulti.
Yopa has really high damage here, but Noah dashing forward.
Back away. Full confidence. Yeah, what?
I mean, I respect it, but...
but that wasn't it. And hey, there's the Corky damage we were waiting to see. Jackies can do more than enough.
I mean, Noah with the 3 items, he's able to carry the fight there alongside his team. So we'll probably get a replay here after. GIANTX will secure this Nash, surely. Yes, they do get it.
SK going to do their best to hold the line. Of course, relatively short range without Wonder there to clear the waves. Wonder continuing to be a thorn in their side. Oh, that's
is
not...
he dead?
Oh, I think he is.
Dead.
I think he's dead.
Oh, no, Jackies.
Oh, the flash away. Oh, is Wonder going to keep going?
Oh,
no. God. Oh, no.
Now GIANTX need to base desperately here as SK will continue to chase them down. Oh, that's a Baron Nashor play gone.
It's a roughie for Jackie.
He goes into the pit already.
Has the GA. Leader Q3 ready to go, holding it as long as he can, but obviously very easy to stack back up. Lot also waiting over the wall. They really haven't marked the flank.
Noah wants to find some good poke here with these Corky rockets.
Leader has spotted Lot. Lot now backing away. Jun ready to kick the fight off. Has caught Leader. Leader trying to make his way out. Will ulti across the entire team and immediately get picked off. SK trying to keep this fight going. Wonder doing a lot of work, but again, it's Jun with the knockup just in time. Yopa has to make the difference, but GX standing tall in the 5v5. Mickey's continuing to heal. The stun coming in, the double stun. Yopa in the midst of the team. Does he have enough to get the work done? It does not look like it. GX stands strong. The 4-man core denying SK.
And GIANTX have all the right pieces. They're looking to end the game. It's a deja vu for Yopa as he's facing down 4 members and Lot is looking to run him down.
One harpoon enough to slow him, enough to finish it. GX, they were disastrously far behind, but when it mattered most, they found a fight. When it mattered most, they stand it strong. They denied SK their combo. They denied Leader the Yone plays, and they dominated in the fights. GX taking down SK.
And Mikix felt like the miracle worker. It's got a lot of the pieces that they were really looking for here. But maybe likewise for Navi with Paris on the Bard, Relish on the Sin Sao. We'll have to see.
Definitely will have to keep track of it.
As Relish is continuing to pressure him, looking for an invade here on the Raptors. Wow,
very confident. Nemesis moving in. Nemesis level 6. Are they going to look for the follow-up here? That's the ulti down. 5 extra stacks for Nemesis. A little bit more damage too. Nemesis relatively low, but Reckless on the way in. Relish able to flash away. Belya's still chasing. Wants to finish off this kill onto Paris.
Paris has no flash.
No portal. Looking to sidestep here. Looks like LoLEsports are going to be able to grab the first kill. Nice sidestep from Paris. He's living for far too long, and they're going to get one back in return.
A great sidestep by Paris there. Buys him a little bit more time to secure the 1-for-1. As Belya is still level 4. Relish about to hit level 6 as Bobby flashing forward. Forces the flash from Nemesis. Patience. Both sides here so tense, so bad here as Baus is looking for. I mean, it's a classic. Classic Baus looking for the proxy. We'll see if there's a rat trap that's been laid out for him. Or if he can just get this wave for free. Bobby opening to top here. I think the rat trap might have been discovered. Bausy might be in trouble.
Running. Resetting. Bobby has spotted him.
Yeah, he did.
Working towards that good death. Equalizer, I don't know if he needed that, but just trying to make sure. Who are they going to give the money to?
Give him the ulti. Well, he gives
Boss unstoppable now, going in onto Major. Q3, okay!
Scaling item, because the more crit you have, the more value Infinity Edge gives you, and it has very expensive components that are not so strong.
And I gotta say, the evolution of Ratones has been a team that could not make it through laning phase to a team that's pretty comfortably handling this laning phase. Of course, the gold is still slightly in favor of Navi, and I may have spoke too soon as we're about to see some action on the top side. Footwork back from Boss into the immediate flash. Doesn't mean he'll make it out, but kind of rough to lose the sum there.
Yeah, Boss. Yeah. Probably both would hurt, though.
Probably both would hurt.
Okay, we got a Drake fight here. Lost Ratones starting it up.
Sky's Descent is there for Nemesis. They're just going to turn immediately onto Poby, force the flash out from him, and now turning right back to the objective. 2K, objective now getting lower. Nice initial equalize to kick things off. Curtain call coming out. Ulti goes in from Nemesis, so they find the slows, and ultimately the Drake going to Navi, but it's Bousy on the flank. Hoping to isolate Major, but everyone's just taking the portal through. Boss now unstoppable, 3-man forward, ult across the entire team. The knockup is there, the Pathmaker hits into 2, it's big. Belya now with the follow-up, and the Rumble's gonna drop in the meantime. Ratones lose the Drake. but I managed to trade 1-for-1 on the escape.
And Balsy goes one
Just
versus...
fine. A little bit more pressure in favor of Poby.
Nemesis might be a little bit in trouble here. Has the flash.
Connects, walking next to
Could
the
be
tower.
tanky enough, though. Just the barbecue still has to burn the flash. Really good play for Peyz there as Balsy is looking for his proxy, but I think this is a bad def, I'm afraid. He does get the wave, but I don't think he'll get much more than that.
Oh, it's going to be deleting the wave. Aftershock not enough to keep him standing.
It's weapons.
Okay, all right, you're still... Let's just stop talking.
Herald for Na'Vi.
Wow, Herald for Na'Vi.
And Reckless looks for a play onto Poby. Is with
there.
Nemesis. No
Poby
flash
locked
on
up.
Poby.
He only has Ryle Eyes.
Not a whole lot of damage on this dragon. Completed already.
Potential Blackfire Torch.
Just has an amplifying tome and he TPs in mid lane. And Relash puts down the Herald here. They have full control around this mid lane.
Nemesis going to stack up as much as he
The
can.
Drake rather, with Boss moving in from mid lane.
TP there. Ulti from Peyz buys a bit more time as Nemesis is off on the flank onto Zombie, has the fully activated ult stacked up and available to go. Stun going down onto Main. For the meantime, the Drake has already fallen. Na'Vi got what they wanted, and now Nemesis has to be fancy with the footwork here as the curtain call is there. One more shot, nice sidestep backwards, but the Realm Warp coming in as well, and he's got nowhere to go. W flash over the wall into Boss. Triple kill for Poby. Na'Vi dominating.
It's a disaster for Los Ratones as Na'Vi gets the third Drake. They're gonna get the mid tower. Nemesis, Velia, Baus all end up falling. I think probably the biggest mid gap that Nemesis has faced thus far, in the sense that Poby is just having a lot more use in these team fights. And speak of the devil, Nemesis has to flash away as Peyz and Poby are holding hands and pressuring off Los Ratones' attempts.
They
might
are.
have bit off a bit more than he can chew here.
We'll get W in.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Vegas
whoa, whoa,
Assault
whoa,
just
whoa,
dead.
whoa, whoa.
Follow up there, forcing the flash out from Reckless. Realm Warp is still there, but
Yes,
the portal
the
to the wall
tunnel.
is Peyz. Now Nemesis might be in trouble as well. They all group up for Nemesis' ulti, but again, the damage just really isn't there. Nemesis still only on 1.5 items. Meanwhile,
Bossy
Boss on the
TP.
top side TPing.
Where did he TP? He TP'd behind,
Wants
but of course, it's too much. They can't do anything. Big mistake by Velia there. Wants to, I'm not sure, go for the cancel or did something and ends up just falling. And it leads to Reckless using his flash, Baus using his TP, and Main just continues pushing in this top wave.
Maybe a high-stakes gamble if they want to go for this objective.
Yeah, they want to try to contest through bot here, and this Drake is just so damn important. Velia and Baus both getting CC'd up.
TPN immediately coming in from Manger. Nemesis still in mid lane. Velia, he's found steals before. Doesn't have the vision.
Nemesis TPing on bot wave, but he's
4K.
far.
Nemesis now on the way in. Boss getting chunked out. Boss about to fall. Objective bounty claimed as the tower falls, but the Drake still standing. Velia goes into the pit, and he's not able to grab it. Na'Vi now empowered by the Infernal Soul. Cutting down the Pantheon, the equalizer across the top of the team. Manger, and now Nemesis locked in. The stars descend, but the hopes of Los Ratones fall to pieces as once again, Na'Vi just take the fight.
Na'Vi has routed the rats. They found the poison, and it starts with... You can see the frustration on the players as this game feels completely over.
That it does. AK, Infernal Soul, Baron, Na'Vi executing
Gaming as
better.
Baus, also showing some... I think some of the problems with Baus' champion pool. He doesn't look as comfortable on this Cassante. He's kind of going for too much, a little bit too much at once as he goes forward here and might have bit off a bit more than he can chew.
Immediate
Stuck in between four
ulti, finding
people.
himself 1v1 with Relech, flash away into the blast cone. At the very least, the rest of his team is clearing the wave in the meantime, but down he goes. Relech now on a rampage.
And I kind of jinxed him, I guess, because I did say he goes for too much. And he goes 1 versus 4 and immediately ends up falling. 0-6 on Baus this game. And none of the deaths were too good. As now Na'Vi will continue to siege up top lane. They're going to look to end it with this Baron Nashor.
In such a fantastic position, an opportunity for one last desperate hold from the Rats, but Crownie still boots one, no flash, it's gonna be tough. Tower disabled, Nemesis with a solid ulti to kick things off, but just not doing nearly enough damage. Manger though eventually going to fall the root a little bit late. Breath of Light coming in, Nemesis can try and get the reset here.
That's a big shutdown for Crownie here, as Na'Vi bit off a bit more than they can chew. And they are gonna give a lot of gold over to Crownie. He has 3 items completed, probably a big component now that he can pick up as well. It's absolutely fantastic. So trying to deny a siege It's very, very easy with this Aurelion Soul, and it's really going to be the Bard, Paris, needing to find some sort of angle if they are to get pressure here.
Down on the Bossy. Zoning Equalizer to try to get access to the tier 2. Navi eating a little bit of damage in the exchange, but the tier 2 looks like it is finally going to fall. Curtain Call coming down. Bossy unstoppable for a moment. Reletch. Looks like he set the fall, but it might not matter. Ulti going down in onto Crowny. Nemesis trying to make the difference now as he drops a star on top of them. Poby going legendary. Reletch still able to escape. GA making sure that they can trade up in that one as Velia is the only rat to fall.
Lost Ratones just barely don't have
Put in
to
the
try to
focus.
cancel him. Doesn't get it. Nemesis gets the base off, but that means Reletch has already started off this Elder Dragon.
It's going to take a long time. With the soul already there, as they don't do a lot of damage to this, he's going to need a bit of support. Take a long time for them to finish this objective. Poby waiting over the wall. Crowny flash back. Poby immediately going to go in. 1Q goes a little bit wide, and that might be all that matters. Boss trying to buy a bit of time in the midst of 3 people as he goes all out, though. He's not able to do a whole hell of a lot. Velia a bit too far forward, and Ratones already running. Resigned to this fate as Poby's now coming in as well. The trap doesn't quite hit. Poby goes golden. An ulti from Nemesis goes wide, and I think Navi just going to look to end it here.
Navi found all the pieces they needed. They take down 3 members. And Nemesis and Reckless are not going to be able to hold the gates for much longer as Reletch is on to Nemesis. He tries to flash away, but Reletch takes him down. And with that, Navi win against Lost Ratones, and GIANTX locks playoffs.
There you are. Confirmation there. GX have locked with a win from Navi. One timeline deleted. Navi dominant from start to finish in this game. A few moments in the bottom side for Lost Ratones, but otherwise, Navi, an impressive.
What are you looking at here as a priority? I mean, G2 you said is calm.
Yeah, I picked G2 to come.
Okay. Why?
Pretty
Because it's
standard.
just easier?
Yeah, it's stable, easy. You know how to play the champs.
Yep.
Right?
Champs.
Like Olaf, Gwen. Gwen just go on you. Oh. It's pretty good. It's what Naknaka did yesterday against, or maybe not yesterday, but 2 days ago against Kana.
Yeah.
You're pushing 3 waves into proxy 4, into proxy 5.
Hang on a second. Wow! Oof.
Oh my God.
Lince's beautiful Q flash. First blood in bottom. Meanwhile, he just bypassed Lebrov.
Yeah, I mean, 3 camps into bot side, so ends
I
up
will
clear.
save my flash and barrier,
Okay.
but you just died for it.
Yeah. Well, it's a big first blood regardless. We were focusing on top.
Yeah, I was going to say, moving. Oh, maybe we don't actually. Humanoid going up against Caps here.
Ignites down, but look, Scumon's here. Flash audacious charge, and the damage lands. Caps will get one in response. G2 on the board through mid.
Nice response
You
from
ult
Skew.
wave.
Yep.
And like, you ult around minute 6, you have always ult for grabs, because it's 2 minutes cooldown. And like, look,
There it is.
ulted.
Great timing.
And it's, you just base,
Yep.
and your tempo is better, your items is better because you farm more minions, and your HP is better, like you just have high tempo every game.
And we're in a world where
I think Skewmon is having a fantastic game so far. So obviously Linces went to make that play bot side, but they knew he'd only done 3 camps, so he has to go and clear. So it means that Skewmon got both of the Scuttle Crabs, then ends up getting the Scuttle Crab again on top, but oof!
it's a good flash and headbutt backwards as well. Cap sends him even further back. Fate sealed a void, but Caps just runs it in to take his 2nd kill of the game. Here's Linces, but what's he gonna do? Kazi moves up as well, bit of extra damage. Unbreakable Will not available. That means Lebrov is squishy, but not squishy enough. A double kill for Caps, and Vitality came to try and save their mid laner, but again, he's a dead anchorage.
Skew ulted, and
Yeah, I love the picture-in-picture to show you there's another role.
I mean, it's the best part, right?
What's a cooldown at level 6 is like, isn't it a minute 10 or something? It's something really low early, right?
2 minutes at level 11, it's
Okay.
lower,
Yeah.
but before level 11, it's just 2 minutes. You don't go for CDR items on Rumble.
Okay. But I mean, it's still like, it's at such a good point where you can use it for the wave and then fight 2 minutes later, right?
Basically, you can do it like every 4 waves, right? So
Yeah. Okay.
you can survive.
Well, Naknako, he's doing okay.
Not good enough to
Actually converse. When I say that, I have 3 words under my belt.
3 more than me.
Yeah, well, shout out to my papa. I wish he'd taught me more. Now, anyway, I'll bring you back. We were looking at top for everyone at home. Obviously, when we have such a class act like Mainta coming onto the desk, we want to make sure we look at the lane. Mid has obviously been busy, as Skewmon has just erupted again in this same lane. Lebrov, it's a little bit low, but he's the one that found the engage. And Dagda, we saw a 1v2 dive, which is crazy to me. I mean, to me, I still feel like Wriggle's Lantern was a couple of years ago. That was season 3 or something.
Don't say that.
Always about age on this cast is, yeah, Fleshy. Might have to flash, will do. Followed up by Skumon. Blast Cone there. Skumon can't get in range. Meanwhile, Caps has found out. Skumon on the beast as Shifting Sands gets Caps away. Meanwhile, the rest of the fight is Linces isolated. Kazi can't get in range as Caps is still on the run, but Humanoid is slowly catching up. Look at him. 1Q, a W, and a shutdown. And Retribution over to Humanoid. As Kazi's walked into the wrong bush, he flashes away from it on the run in this bot lane, trying to get away from the whole of G2 chasing, but Skumon needs wind, needs lightning, and he'll find only a 3 Talon strike instead.
So 2 kills. Yeah, Humanoid just that little bit faster. Able to keep up with him.
Very patient play. Shutdown is big here for the Vitality mid laner. Now for Broken Blade, can he survive the dive? As Vitality look bot to try and get some gold back in their pocket. Plating for now, forcing Broken Blade away. Humanoid gets free access to the turret, and the first turret of the game, in fact, for Vitality, a team that got battered through the mid lane. Their gold is crawling back to the point where G2 aren't that far ahead.
Yeah, 1K now, and the difference.
Is that?
And you can see, well, like you...
Major told us that it's about tempo for this Vitality squad. They are bringing a bit of speed.
They are. It's just...
What, they're losing on the other side?
Well, they can still make a cross map here. Nakanako is pushing in, and you've got Fleshy out in the wings. Has just stopped the reset. Good flash from Nakanako. Wave is gone, though, so I don't think there's any more follow-up.
Herald's going to be dropped in mid. This will open up mid outer turret as Broken Blade might be jumping in it to try and get a charge. Does straight away. Caps is the next play. Shifting Sands not even going to be used because LeBrov's here as well. Nakanako flashed on, and it's easily done. Caps again. Set up by his support. As Fleshy takes a magical journey out, but Unbreakable Will means they want to continue this dive. LeBrov will take 3, 4, 5, 6 turret shots, as many as it takes. And he's still out. Kazi, though. 1 auto. Okay. Ignore the last as Linces comes in. Smashes into Skumon. Crescent guards up, and for G2, this 2v2, they're gonna win. Win becomes Lightning, and Kazi, he still might be in trouble, but the turnabout, junglers both dying, but Kazi's now gonna deal with Caps, and Hans Summer as well. Every time Vitality thought they could fight, one extra G2 member showed up.
Yeah, it just became this rolling door of members coming from both sides towards that top half of the map. But still G2 who end up coming out on top. We'll end up resetting with Caps with 6 and 1 now. Zonya's Hourglass completed off. 2 items now complete onto Karzi. This is where you get pretty terrifying if you can force fights. And with 30 seconds until Baron, 2 minutes until their next
2
drag.
items across the board. Look at that. Like clockwork here. Tempered Fate. It's blocked by Hans Summer and Broken Blade. Unstoppable W, by the way, as the engagement on LeBron finds the key target is Kazi, but the equalizer does one better. Nuckucker's getting damage down on LeBron's Unbreakable Will now down, as he too is. Broken Blade doesn't find a target. Vitality have an angle. They have a good one at that, as Broken Blade flashes over the wall. It's a pick onto LeBron, but nothing more.
They still are waiting to see how much more they can go for, though, as Dragon still 10 seconds away. You're going to get the reset from Karzi. Has that TP to get back out onto the map. But still, Vitality, good job on the fight. Separating it out with the equalizer, picking off the support, but G2, they're just going to go for the Baron. But look at where Karzi is. I think Vitality are aware of this.
They do know. Karzi from one pit, or rather one side. Linces behind him. Nucko, his equalizer not up, so the range is minimized. At 5k, 4k, Karzi, Valkyrie's over, but the angle from LeBron catches Nucko by surprise. He flashes, but to his death. Karzi now has to escape as G2 have pulled off for the Baron, but Vitality lose their top laner, who helps them set up fights.
Humanoid was threatening from the side, so G2 don't want to overextend, potentially group up for a big ultimate. But still, G2, nice turnaround of the play. They force Baron to draw Vitality in. And with LeBron, they actually get the engage, and that sets them up for the Dragon.
Sole point, easily acquired. Teleport will be available in 20 seconds, as in Nucko's death timer, but that'll be too late. And so G2 in a great position. As you said, Dagda, if Caps is there, it's a freebie, but you also highlighted LeBron earlier on, and to give you credit, LeBron has been dictating so many of these great games.
Yeah, he's been playing exceptionally well, getting good roam timers, being in the positions that he needs to, and setting up Caps well in the mid lane. He's kind of standing on his shoulders in this one. As G2 now, stepping forward again, LeBron threatening onto Karzi, forcing the Valkyrie over. But this is all G2 need to do, right? Is they...
Most of the time.
I think it's just interesting because like last year with G2 in winter, we had them kind of being a bit funky, but we're like, hey, look, it's a new roster, new changes. But this year they kept the same roster, but it's kind of just Caps showing off here.
Yeah, showing off. Good Naknako, wait, as he goes golden. Naknako's going to overheat it now. He's got the energy back. Shut down from Naknako, and Caps overestimated his 1v1 prowess.
Yeah, the damage from Naknako doing a lot.
Now, Naknako mechanically right now, best LEC top laner, and a lot of us been questioning, like, who is the best top laner? And I think a lot of people in our team, and me personally, have landed on Naknako after the end of last year and after how his season started as well.
Yeah, he has been absolutely exceptional. Like, think about Rumble ults, Yone ults. Everything works so well in these small corridors, but G2 playing out in the open here.
Caps just hit Fleshy. Boomerang hits Naknako, less egregious, but G2 looking for angles now for Linces and Skumon there, playing 1v1 in the jungle. Vault Breaker to get on out, and Linces at half HP while Equalizer finds Caps. He goes golden as Naknako made a turret dive, but Caps at half HP survives for now. Vitality tried to make a play wall. They just converge on Skumon, who went too deep. LeBron interrupting Naknako, who looked for his escape with a TP. And now it's going to be in reverse that G2 find themselves a pick of their own, but Naknako's taken a while to die. Unbreakable Will's about to time out. The exhaust probably saving the damage. Caps gets the kill, but Vitality are denying the Hextech soul.
You'll take that as Vitality. The fact that you get to hold on, but BB still needs to escape. Should be able to use that ultimate to gain some distance. But still, Vitality, get the dragon, go even on the kill score, and when you're in a position like this, that's all you can really hope for.
So dagged up, massive win for what was a bit yakety sax of G2 positioning.
Well, it was because, say, we're back to Baron.
We are doing Baron again, G2. Second time's the charm. Vitality, though, have a stealing angle. Vault Breaker over the wall, but the re-engage. It's Skumon looking for a pick with the ulti from Fleshy is great. Cosmic Binding while LeBron's already down. Kazi's just handling the whole of G2 by himself. Broken Blade went in to keep Vitality from afar, but in the face of Baron, Vitality have just seized the game.
Usually it's egg on the face, but this time it's a tempered face. Immediately shuts down that entire fight of Vitality. They are fighting back. G2 have not been able to keep them in check.
Nothing is secure in the LEC, and G2 right now feel like they fit into that puzzle perfectly. Send it now. And they're doing exactly that. And Kazi, yeah, as you can see, the most damage on the team, but Naknako's not far behind.
But I think the important part is the lack of damage on G2 side, right? Like, these fights have not been set up so Hansama can actually play the game as Humanoid.
Good flash, he had to, but he has to also fate sealed. Lebrov keeps on going. He's going to be soul unbound for the time being, but with Unbreakable Will, Lebrov able to absorb the damage. Caps, good time to go golden as well, but Lebrov is about to run out of his ulti. Lifeline comes in clutch. Humanoid in the 1v2. He's taking them all on. Lebrov's up next. You silly, silly cow. What do you think you can do against Humanoid?
You thought you could do it against Fnatic Humanoid, but this is not the same man. Humanoid looks revitalized, and he is putting the hurt on G2.
That play cost them dearly, with the Baron still up and available for 45 seconds. Vitality have a road in to the mid lane inner and inhibitor. It's Hansama to clear the way, but he can't get near the range creeps. Vitality can't end here, but they have once again broken open the game that felt so secure, with Caps having a monster lead early on Azir.
They should be able to get this bot lane turret, I believe, as well. Actually, Skumon just keeping him at bay for the moment. But 45 seconds until the dragon. Vitality gets reset, but they're looking for the pick.
It's a tempered fate. It's only one man. Fleshy is maybe just doing...
could be enough for Vitality here.
Tempered fate not up and available. As you said, Fleshy got trigger happy and used it in the last play, but Naknako even on a ward. He's in a great angle. G2 no. It's all about that equalizer that'll line the river. G2, this is where they got bombed out yesterday by Lost Ratones, and Hansama's already been bombed out at the start of the fight. GA worked out well, but LeBron disengages as Naknako continues his flank. G2 need to pick up a target. They get Linces, yes, but Humanoid, as he runs on in, his ulti not perfect. G2 still simmering in the fight. Caps waiting for that GA, and Humanoid, I think he whiffed it. Vitality had just been schooled.
Fleshy doesn't hit the tempered phase. The damage can't land onto Hansama, who's able to buffer with the spell shield, the ultimate from Linces. The ultimates were close, but not enough from Vitality. and G2 get the soul.
A lot of mistakes in that fight, but Skumon, as he takes his red buff, Nucko flash for flash. He's overheating with his autos, and he's burning Skumon down to a crisp. Now, Caps has teleported in. Round 2 with Hextech ult and ulti, even going golden. I think Nucko may be bitten off too much more, but Cosmic Binding, Nucko gets Caps to go golden, get the blast cone out, equalizer! Freaking Nucko almost takes down Caps from half a screen away.
Couldn't quite knock the heads together to get the kill, but Nucko is putting on a master. Vitality trying to get in. TP, I think, is going to be a little late.
You're right.
They have to make the play now.
5-4, Lince's interrupted with the Vault Breaker. Can he get over? He can, he stole it! Lince's got the Baron for Vitality now. Operation Escapo. Vitality will get 4 members out. Game-saving play from Lince's as Humanoid avoids and gets out of Caps' range.
That Q3 needed to happen because that slow from the Hextech Soul would have been enough for that chase down to happen. But now you have to try and defend. Can't allow G2 to end up getting these dives underneath the towers. Humanoid's been chased to the bottom side, and the Brawl with Ultimate can tank these towers for days.
Equalizer comes out. That'll just clear the wave or at least help out. Kazi needs to step up and do some serious damage as well, but Hansama is shredding down this turret. 5 members of G2 comfortable here, but no minion wave. This delays things. Anything burned is going to make or break the game at this point because, look, everyone at home, you can see summoners are all up and available, bar Nucko's teleport. But he won't need it anyway. He'll be here in the fight. The level 19 Rumble, who's 4.3k gold ahead, almost at full items with an Elixir of Sorcery. He's here to stay.
The huge wave on that top side, I think, is about to take that tier 2. Vitality just can't really answer it, though. This is what we're talking about. Everything is invested in this dragon that is spawning in 15 seconds. And G2 still keep position here.
Caps in. Oh, in early. No, Fleshy finds him, or rather the shield first. Meanwhile, the left side of Vitality are finding the fight, but LeBron went in a little bit early. Humanoid gets the ulti, but he whiffs again. He's exhausted, and Vitality have been shredded from right to left. Caps got to stay alive and at full HP with a fully scaled Sivir. Vitality sent it, and G2 received.
Humanoid will fall on the back end. Well, maybe. But I think at this stage,
he's gone.
It doesn't really matter. G2 are just pushing into the base. It was hard fought, but G2 will find the win against Vitality.
I'm not comfortable with G2 as a team right now, Dagda, but a win is a win at the end of the day. An impressive game, a fun game, but in the end, G2 finally move above and into the fight.
Winning mid-push, which then opens up Shale to do a lot of work in skirmishes and seeing if you can try and set up for engage, which kind of makes Elyoya a little bit more difficult to try and play around, or for him to try best mid in the league at the moment. The biggest problem is he just kind of has a couple of whoopsies where you kind of go, what was the game plan here, Jojo?
I hope this is not one of them, Dagda, because your timing would be perfect. Dagda! Your timing is perfect! Go back and check. I don't think it has.
No, we do definitely see it a lot, though.
I mean, the thing is, in best of ones, games go over your head sometimes. It's Alvaro. Yeah, he's going to be engaged on guts of blows, turns it into a better one onto Sheo, and with the trample, onto Sten, flushes away. Now Elyoya caught out, but Winter's Bite doesn't connect. Looks for the re-engage onto Sheo. He's got good damage himself, but Jojo's a little bit too low to come in. Now, the question is, are MCoy going to continue the fray? Because as Jojo goes over the wall, he sends Seren into the waiting arms. The flashless Orianna we saw for the solo kill first blood has been hit hard.
Heretics completely misplay on the fight, and MCoy able to set that one up. Tracing, so going up against Mirren on that top side, but yeah, so as we go in towards a pause.
Dear. And we're back on board. Game is even. If you kind of missed out, it was Seren getting caught out by a good Jojo ult on low HP. And we are fighting again. I guess the players got a little bit antsy. Engages in. Show decides, let's keep on going. Knock up onto Elyoya, but Elyoya stood there with his shield up. Now gets flashed on. Ice gets the kill. Next is Alvaro up. And in the pause, I guess Heretics got to bring in some composure.
This time, Heretics are able to use the level 6 advantage. Ice having access to the ultimate, whereas Supa is still level 5, has to burn the Ghost to try and escape. But Stend is just going to play Bouncer here. Deny the Ophelia. Like, sure, you've got the red and white guns, but still just that ultimate advantage is so good. And Heretics picking up a nice kill for themselves on the bottom side.
Oi, Flash, Winter's Bite, Alvaro in trouble. He doesn't have ulti, so with concussive blows, he's kept in place, and he's kept for a kill. Ice with number 2, and it's the thing about a pause. Sheo is leading that a little bit.
There's potential gank in mid though. Jojo in trouble.
On a ward, 3 members collapse. It's a triangle pincer, but an easy op from Jojo. Still has the flash, though, to share out the 3 Talon Striker dice. What an angle! Alvaro is set up for his jungler to fly in and give a shutdown to Super. MKoi back on the board.
So MKoi able to get the kill on the bottom side with a nice flank from Alvaro, but I think Sheo misplayed on the wave on mid. Could have actually used that ultimate to knock Jojo back further in towards Saren. Maybe afraid that he'd be able to get a kill onto Saren or something, but ends up meaning that Jojo can escape.
Fighting
Fight is
again.
going.
I mean, Brom so strong in the skirmish, but now popped away. Stend is separated, but the re-engage is beautiful. Heretics fly back in, but it's Jojo who spears back in instead. Shea looking for the kill on Elyoya, but he went too far. Heretics losing their minds now a bit as MKoi there to pick up the pieces.
It's a 3v4. Well, I don't understand why Heretics are trying to take that fight. You just could have backed away. Yeah, Koi, your AD carry just died.
Yeah.
Like,
Such
I
an
don't,
easy point.
yeah.
And even though Sheo thinks, oh yeah, I can trade one, Elyoya survives, so it's an even bigger disaster. Equalizer down as we come back to top. Mirwin's just chilling here in the matchup, still with a gold lead.
And you look at the gold on the bottom of your screen, like the 2 lanes that actually started off well for Heretics were Saren with the solo kill.
Yep.
That basically gold has disappeared now. And you had 2 kills on the Yunara from massive mistakes from Super and Alvaro. And now Super gets 2 kills off the back of that last play. So
Nice.
all of that hard work, well, maybe not completely gone.
Not completely gone. In fact, Ice is going to find his third here, surely. He's got his movement speed and an Arc Light of Ruin waiting for Super and for Alvaro. One's out of range, but Super is not third kill for Ice. And yeah, we have completely lost it, haven't we? We just keep fighting.
I mean, nice to get himself a kill on that bottom side. Alvaro trying to use that phase rush as the Alistair to escape, but it was actually Super then who ends up falling off the back of it. Yeah, the MKoi bot lane not having the best of times here.
Not really. Sten now has Bandle Pipes, by the way, as he heads towards mid, charging towards Jojo. He does hit with the Winter's Bite, but he's sent back into the turret range. Ulti's in return, but Sten is dead here? No, not yet. Elyoya flies in, though, to make it so. Spears through Saren, and he won't find one. He will find a second. Still slowed down, but Alvaro, thank you very much, calls Elyoya for the double in the while pot. everyone just loses their minds in the rest of the map.
It's you know, the Tofu's when it's like hitting that gong.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
for the what's the word, the sound baths.
Yeah.
That's what it's
Oh, they are nice. Sheo, he's just going to walk in. Now we've got a smite steal potential. It does go to Elyoya. MKoi, once again, his numbers, but a great engage from Sheo. Maybe makes it okay. Saren's coming in for a flanker. Super, he's just meleeing it, though. He's about to die to an Orianna as he flashes away, but not to his life. And eventually, Team Heretics take control of the fight. It's interesting because I just feel like both teams are on a holiday. He's just luring Jojo in. Really slow pusher this wave. Doesn't want to overextend, especially with the Pantheon, as we are looking top again. Mirwin, all-out potential, and there it is. Now we wait for the true damage. It does connect Mirwin. I believe flashed away a little bit too late, but let's find. Oh, Trayson! The Natopo flash didn't work out. Now on top of an equalizer. He's being run around, but Natopo's work out. Trayson gets the shield and runs out for the solo.
It was very close to being the turnaround play for Mirwin, but Trayson manages to make it work. Multiple members on this bottom side, though.
Oh, what an angle. Ice about to face check. Which way can he go? Stunned up. You go that way, son. But as he spaces out, Ice still not dead. Still not dead. Ice is still not dead. He's just going to take the minions. The holiday will continue while Elyoya will get nowhere near the superstar ice cold killer. Team Heretics again keep climbing up with their gold.
Just like me in this Berlin weather, MKoi keeps slipping up for MKoi now. As long as Heretics are able to keep themselves sane and
But
keep
tagged out a little bit. Saren's been pretty good on the trigger this game. I think respect, you know, outside of having the gusto is. Woo! Okay, Ice hurts. Who knew? I think we could all see that one coming. The 6-180 carries. Mid is now broken wide open. Another charge comes from Sheo. Might find a knock-up onto Super. It's knock-up galore, but in return, pops back his stand. Alvaro gets an angle again, but with the unbreakable will, is he alive? No, you have your answer again. Ice going to be ulted as he runs out with yet another kill. Blood on his hands, but the stains don't need to be removed because I'm sure there's a lot more coming.
He can watch them in the Ocean Dragon. Make sure that he's able to pick that one up with the rest of his team. And at this stage, Heretics, they are looking clean. Ice is terrified. Saren is putting in work on these side lanes. And MKOI, like, it was off screen. MKOI are trying to make plays.
Off Ratones. And then I go through the rest of their season. Na'Vi, Shifters beat them, but they beat GX. And Heretics, they beat Vitality. Hang on. But G2 beat them, so
The
Team
Braum value is sky high for Heretics. It was already kind of difficult enough if you're on an even footing for Super, not only in the lane matchup, but also because of how relatively short range MKOI are.
Such a good ult denier as well.
Flash still can be engaged, but you can see this two-man that Heretics just keep going for. Makes it very threatening for Alvaro to recommit.
It's a peekaboo of death, and Alvaro gets caught out once again. A ward that's going to be cleared as Team Heretics start the Baron on the back end. Mirwin is seen on double wards at 8k now. Baron's starting to go down quicker and quicker. The defense mechanism from Team Heretics holds this brush out of sight. Equalizer down as well. Trayson's okay though, as the Baron already goes down. He flashes out to survive. Jojo's ult comes in later, and Ice drops down. It's a big pick if MKOI can get a little bit more. Sten with the Unbreakable. The ulti still connects, but Super, the burn, the tick, helps out, and Mirwin seals it down. A 2 for 2, but Baron denied at least of the two of Team Heretics.
MKOI going to try and take the mid lane turret. With Elyoya down, it'll be risky to go for the Dragon, because you will have that flash smite from Sheo, but MKOI look like they're just going to try and rush it down. Can Sheo get here in time?
He said flash smite, I see it. Is there enough damage here with the Aphelios Super? He's getting close, 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 close. There's a ward. Blast cone taken. Smite, yes! Sheo gets it. Soul point now acquired. He pulls out the Crescent card. Looking for an engage as Trayson's also the way in, and MKOI might get 2v3, especially with the GA. It buys time. Flash away. Super gets from Trayson, but now the re-engage. Sheo is barehanded here, but he's still healthy enough. Equalizer down on the reset. A good engage. Alvaro finds the mark. Trayson, though, needs to dive. The shockwave finally comes in. Saren helps out and saves Team Heretics' chances of flying Elyoya. He's also erupted onto the scene while Jojo gets the top side of the fight. We look back bot, and we need to see Elyoya get a target with the re-engage. The flash, the messiness continues, but MKOI, they lost the Dragon to a steal, and Heretics slow played the hell out of that fight.
Serenades it and says it's not over till the fat lady sings. Brilliant setup by Heretics in the fight.
Top it off, Team Heretics in the driver's seat still. Ulti from Stand would have hit Elyoya, the flash, but come back to live. Mirwin does get top turret, and there is gold shrinking on our map right now, but Heretics are now on Soul Point. To deliver this game to a victory, it's getting closer and closer, and it is a bit of Cassante gaming, but I also think that Seren and Ice, it takes them to die for MKOI to have a chance here.
Stand beside him at all points in time to prevent that happening. But you can look and see, like, if Super at this stage pushing towards a 6th item, he's very, very strong. And it's now ball time for MKOI to get some of the standing gold.
Set up, Alvaro runs for his life, but Stand now with the Unbreakable. Small window here for Team Heretics. Map a little bit more open for MKOI, enables to deep there as well, but as Super, hold. Yeah, Blast Cone out was the right move.
Heretics, though, use the Ghost on Stand to push MKOI back, and now
Mirwin caught out, flashes over the wall. Stand also lands on Super! What an ulti from Stand! He was looking to the right, he fakes an ult to the left.
It's the no-look from Stand that catches out Super. Trayson isn't here, but you can see them. They're just picking off the Dragon.
He's gone.
There's nothing they can do.
Well played.
Huge, huge play from Stand.
Than it was before, as mid-push comes through, and Heretics still think about how they can approach the Baron.
MKOI are just trying to prevent Heretics from taking that space. Azir turret goes up to keep the wave in their favor and stop it from crashing on towards their inhibitor turret. If it goes back that far, it becomes very easy for Heretics to re-establish vision in this topside jungle. Tower falling in that bottom side. Jojo and Elyoya looking for the flanks.
Oi, game-changing MKOI. The win for KC and Navi's sake. Hinges on this fight with their disadvantage. Alvaro set up into Trayson, bit of poke onto him. Super follows through, but look at his guns. White's about to run out now. He's got the Gravitum. Needs an insane CC ulti. But how are you going to land it with a Braum? Sten peels off from the rest of Team Heretics. It's tense, it's nail-biting, it's Heretics' life we're talking about. MKOI still trying to poke out. Super's got Gravitum. Double root there in the end. Poke out on Seren as well. Oh, flash, Alvaro in, equalizer down as well. It's a big ulti, but Alvaro, he goes in solo for a little bit, and Sten survives, runs it back. Elyoya's ulti, it's into Trayson all out, into the back of MKoi. He'll quickly be taken down, but he gets Alvaro with the fish as well. Jojo stands in, the great divide by the Emperor from Canada, but now he's stuck in a 1v2. Golden is Seren, Golden is Jojo, but not for long. Heretics retain control, if only just.
The return damage from Seren with that shockwave was huge. Ice looked like he'd just gone down with nothing left in the tank. But Heretics now moving in towards this top side. I think they might have just done us.
You think they can open up Dagda? Death time is a long 30 seconds at least. Alvaro's up in 15.
But you don't have the same resistances on these towers when it's only 2 people taking it. So Heretics should be able to rush this one through. Alvaro is the only one that can hold.
Yeah, he's going to need something. Next turrets go down. These clockwork windups are great from Seren rather. Heretics.
Stand is TPing as well.
This is huge for them. You said the TP is going to come in. Nexus exposed against MKoi. It's been a rough weekend for the Spaniards, but Heretics will take that. A well-deserved win, and I think their best game. No, make it stop. Oh, God. Oh, I don't want it anymore. I just
Look,
anything.
Oh
my God. That wasn't me, but listening to that from home as we get a quick invade, as look towards Trimby, as you said, this is danger. Flash away in the stun for the auto kill. First blood over to Kalith. Paddock is a quick trip down memory lane while things are chilling for the time being. Remember that at the start of last year, that's when KC were at their best. Now, Kalith versus Paddock with Trimby in the mix. Is it going to be the same? Hail of arrows onto Paddock. Healing is cut a little bit. Kalith just needs his Q and a couple of autos. He gets it! Takes down Paddock. Maybe leeching a little bit before he heads back. More so, seeing if there was any step up as Busio's angle, innovative, great. Trample, flash from Yike. Busio, what are you doing there?
I get the 4 creeps.
I mean, Busio got... Did he? I can't remember if he got...
Sure, but not getting the kill is less than ideal for a Nocturne using that ultimate. I think...
Flash.
Oh, hang on.
We're doing it again. Look towards bot. Kalith has his ulti available. He's waiting. There we go. Chains of Corruption. The damage as well from the stack gives Blighters. Now another Q. It hits both. Kiting back the Boomerang Blade. It strikes true, but Busio's left for a double for the cow. The American free range dies. Paddock gets a double in a close call. All right, but yeah, never into that. I will tell you what. I was say, I'll tell you one thing. KC are coming to the show again. Flash shield to Duran, Justice Punch. All in on Yike though, but Bukata needs to die. Not yet. Here we go. Hero's entrance. 2-man knock-up. KC like, let's get Rooster. Bukata somehow is still alive. Busio comes in to try and steal the grub. Look at the kill feed there. Everyone.
Nocturne ult. I think you can. Shockwave is available. There's the Nocturne tick down.
Here we go.
How aggressive do they want to go?
The Levi delivery, is it there? Shifters looking for Bukata's angle. Dragon might just be taken down. Yike's going to get the smite quickness. Interrupted. Zoned out. Trimby's just dead. Nice shot from Kalith. As a flash engage from Busio finds Paddock, and he doesn't have a leg to stand on. In fact, he'll be trampled down. This poke comp gets range and gets it done.
I think Busio cancelled the auto attack with the stun to bait the shield from the Zip. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Well, I've seen many Jaces in LEC, and now I've seen Yikes onto Bukata. Spell shield on a turret.
The
Flashy! I respect it, but Bukata will not die.
Yeah, if we could get it, then you fall back to this choke point and you look for pokes. Then you fall back over into this position and you look for poke again. It means that the entire time Shifters are just kind of falling through all this damage that is coming. But Shifters are now set up on the Dragon. I think KC happy to just give this one over so they can set up for the mid play.
Maybe go for the play after. Busio's in a great angle. He finds one onto Bukata. There's the Nocturnal. Paranoia will strike, and Spell Shield helps out. Chains Corruption do miss, so a small whoopsie there from KC as equalized from Kana. Almost gets Bukata. Kana just flashed into 4. He goes golden, strikes the pose. Quickness there as Interrupt is good. Shockwave finally comes through, but 2 versus 3, and KC are winning it. A 1-for-1 on the top of the fight. Meanwhile, Rooster went all out and now goes all down. KC was split apart from that fight, but they still won it.
The TP to the bottom side from Kana.
Setting good stuff from Yike.
And it's good to see. I think like this is where Jace should be. This is why he's so potent at the moment. And even the fact, again, that you just get to push in on mid constantly because your range means you get to invade onto Bukata.
I don't know if he took that. Looks like it. Flash over the wall. Everything for Bukata. Quickness helps out though. Bukata's there. There's one, but the all-out use. They're trying to kill Yike. And the true damage not used because he needs to get out. Rooster wants an escape, but he won't find one. Again, it was set up by Busio. So
I'm dead, though. I'm dead.
Hey, don't say you're dead.
Far and away the strongest champion.
it's too strong to leave open, I think.
But look, in their eyes, KC can look to poke. And Shifters can't really start up the objective. I don't think so, because if you put yourself in the pit, the poke only gets worse.
Now, KC a little bit low on health. I'd say Bukata just flashes onto Nuke and he's soloing by himself. The lights get turned off and Shifters are finally turning around. It looks good here, but Equalizer comes down as Kana goes golden and he might be feared, but feared from what? Where's the actual fear? No, KC fear no man. And yes, Kana goes down. For the mid lane, that's not too bad, but the fight's continuing. Yehu goes golden, and Rooster's as squishy as anything. Busio sets up the following gauge, and KC, your best team of the LEC versus? I think so.
KC, make it look easy. Yike with the triple kill at the end. That's soul. Like, hey, like the fight was very messy, very disjointed for Shifters. They don't know whether to go forward. They don't know whether to protect. As the damage rains down from Kalista as well.
He's just staying on top of the dragon. Bukata comes in for the potential smite. Yike's like, okay, there's shock blast combo. I hit a Cassante. Now hammer.
That's the jungle and mid lane synergy I hope for.
Yeah.
When you are in perfect sync with the noises that you're making on the rip, that's when you know things are going well.
Because if you go to the LEC YouTube channel and you look at the mic check from last week, Yehu, we caught some of it on camera, but we didn't actually show all of it. And then you go to the mic check and you hear all of it. Trimby, oh dear. How does he get out? Vote now, right?
He doesn't.
I'll take death for 500.
Who gets the kill though? Who gets the kill though?
It's Yike. Of course it's Yike. Yike 7.7k. Now I have a question. All time, I wonder, because Skumon was top at 6960, but I wonder all time if Yike is about to set a record for jungle diff.
They're going to start to push in with this Baron, but
Dagda.
I'm keeping my eyes on that gold at the top of the screen,
20k?
Yeah, maybe.
20k. That's, okay, the 20k.
I don't know if there's enough left.
We've had one in the LEC already. I forget which team. You say there's not enough left, but I'm looking at mid as well. 16, maybe with a team fight. Paddock. This is on the hunt now used. He gets back to base. We're close to 17. There we go. And it is KC with Dominoes. The shockwave finally comes through. Look, Bukata's annoyed, but he can't even kill Yike. Shield of Duran gets the Cassante. But with Bukata down with an inhibitor as well, the base is in tatters. Busio gets an easy engage. And down KC will go with their mid laner
19!
Driving. Dagda's counting the numbers. And us two will see that KC, the best team of LEC versus, are about to get 20,000 gold of a lead over shit.